Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go from Cleveland. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this. To have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100 plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Young. That's the tight end Hurst with it. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. 3rd and 7 now. Young. He's got Hurst as tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line. Young to throw it. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Second down at 4.
Again, it's Young. Open man right side is Sharp. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down.
And the Panthers first down.
First down, Young.
This is Chenault on the receiving end. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
To throw again on second down. Young. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed, but that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a first down.
To throw, Young. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Looking middle, and that's complete. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Well, they're not hiding who their central focus is on offense. Charles, he already now has 4 receptions here on this opening drive.
I know people who are watching the game are thinking, did they forget about him in the defensive game plan? But it's actually been the opposite. They're giving him a lot of attention, but he's been very creative and savvy in his route running and finding seams and openings in order to create these completions.
And he's brought down. A nice little juke move that preceded it, but not much thereafter. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Eddie Pinheiro on now from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski, the former national champion at Clemson, bringing him onto the field, and that's the signal caller, Deshaun Watson. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Here's Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop him cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense, and what a big-time play there.
Throwing on third down, Watson.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
He's 56-yard attempt.
He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Second down, back to Sanders.
Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings him to third down. Two minutes gone by, second quarter. Third and short yardage, Young. Short throw underneath to Hurst.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Young off the play fake.
That swung out wide to Sanders. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Working with 2nd and 5 now.
A give running left. It's Sanders. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. They lost 2, and it brings up 4. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. Going for it with Sanders, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And this Browns defense stands tall.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield. And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on fourth down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right? Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He's got the connection to Moore. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. The Browns trying to get back and set quickly here. Time ticking away. From the 35 on 2nd down. Watson going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Now Watson. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To the air yet again, Watson.
That pass complete to Moore. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down. Watson looks to throw again. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Could we get a touchdown in this 1st half after all? It's 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing again is Watson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Strong coverage by Carolina, and on we go to 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this one is no good. He missed it. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
Man, that is deflating going into the break. You're in a position with a chance to tie the game, but this kick is off the mark, and they're going to remain 3 points down heading into the break.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. Young's throw complete to his receiver, Thielen.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Let's do it.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt.
And now the half not quite over yet. This is a live football on the miss. He's past the 30. Past midfield, look out.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
And he's going to score. Touchdown. No time remaining. And this is going to count. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios and this EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for Carolina. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb, and only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want, and other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, Watson dumps this to his running back, Chubb.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
When teams have a tough time running the ball, as this one has throughout this game, it's so easy to just say, forget it, let's throw the football. But that's exactly why you stay with the running game. Eventually, you stick with it, you make some adjustments, you often find ways to run the ball better as the game goes on.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. To throw is Watson. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Chubb will score. Touchdown, Cleveland.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
York now for the extra point.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive goes 8 plays. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, magical spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Another run with Sanders. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland.
And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front, or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And this is going to be incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity that just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10.
Watson now to throw. He's got Njoku, his big tight end.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns.
He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It'll be a 51-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. On 1st and 10, Young. Over the middle, complete. It's Sanders. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down. Young. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And the Panthers first down.
Looking to throw, Young. Over the middle, he's got Chenault. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
A gain of 12. First down, Carolina.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. It'll be Young again. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. And the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is taken in by Hurst. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 27-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. A 1st down throw for Young. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders.
No gain on the screen there at second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
2nd and 10. Now Young. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 26 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Young toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Late game situation, things seem to be unraveling just a little bit, and that's when you start forcing the football, mainly out of necessity. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete, nearly picked off.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Young to throw.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. Cleveland offense making their way out. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set. Now Watson.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they take a knee. They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them. Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other, and they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.